This is the Blade Chroma camera drone Spectrum version with the 3-axis GoPro gimbal. I'm going to show you how I've modified this Chroma and added a video transmitter to it from my downlink from the GoPro Hero 4 Black here that transmits video to the Headplay HD FPV goggles, as well as the FlySight Black Pearl 32 channel diversity receiver monitor here that I have mounted on my DX7. There's virtually no lag at all in this setup because it's not Wi-Fi based. I'm simply using a video transmitter on 5.8 GHz. This is the video transmitter that I'm using. It's called TS832. It's by Boscam. You can get this from Amazon for about $25. This is my favorite choice of transmitter. It's a very strong signal. It's typically used by people who do long-range FPV flights that are, 3 miles out, 5 miles out, and they still have a video feed. Let's see where I have the TS832 strapped on this. It's a little messy, but it's not so bad. So I have the TS832 on the skid here. It's locked in with some zip ties. So this is sort of what I've done. And as you can see, I have a wire from the TS832 going to the GoPro within the gimbal. This is the cable. It is one of the only cables, in fact, it is probably the only cable that I have found that you can buy online. I bought it from Hobby King. It's called the Super Slim GoPro cable. So as you can see, it's very, very slim. Really, really slim. You will need to sand down just a little bit right here. But other than that, it should fit. And you got your connectors here. This is for the video, and this is for the ground. These two are for power. I'm not powering my GoPro. I'm just using the internal battery. So these are the only connectors I really care about, but the option is there. All right, so let's take a look real quick at how I've done the wiring here. The yellow, the black, the yellow and the black are for the video, and they're pretty much routed right to the corresponding colors on the GoPro cable. These are jelly clamps. If you're not really good with soldering things, you can clamp these wires together to make them shorter. And I added these little pins, and I'll show you why I did that. It makes the setup much more flexible for the future. Yellow to yellow, black to the black on the video side. Okay, this is a pack of JST connectors. I got these from Hobby King while I was ordering the GoPro cable. And you just need to take one, skin the ends of them at 10 centimeters, which is just the right size. So skin the edges, and then inside the Chroma, you're gonna have to open it up. You're gonna have to take out the flight control board and go through that process. But inside the Chroma, flip the board upside down, and there will be two blobs of solder where the power cable is. And what you do is solder the black to the black and the red to the white, the corresponding solder blobs on the bottom of the board. So you don't have to splice any wires, you don't have to do much of anything, just solder that in. And then you'll be able to run a drop down from the leg. As you can see, black to black, red to red. Don't screw that. Don't screw that up because that will cause this to burn up. So please take note when you're doing the power not to screw that up, as well as inside the Chroma itself, because you don't want to burn up your video transmitter. That will just not be nice. Okay. Alright, so when you plug this in and you have a battery in, even if your Chroma is not on, because you have a direct power drop, TS832 is going to be on. Now, never leave a battery plugged in or unplug this power drop to cut power to this, because you don't want to just drain your battery, you'll ruin it. So yeah, we're on channel 37 right now. You can switch the channels with these buttons. I'm not going to play with it. but you can find whatever channel works best for you. I find that the higher channels seem to output the most power, so mine is on 37 right now. Now let's take a look at the view in the Headplay HD goggles. And there we go. There's me. See, I'm waving my hand, and it's pretty much live. Put the Headplays off to the side. Turn on Black Pearl. And there's the Black Pearl. Well, band E, channel 7, in case anyone wants to know. This is a diversity receiver. This is a very directional antenna. You get a really, really long range as long as you have the antenna pointing towards your quadcopter or aircraft. And this one is just a doofy antenna that I have on here. It's not the best range. It's just a very standard 5.8 GHz antenna. But this one is an omnidirectional antenna, which means that, you know, you can fly behind you and you still will have video. So you don't need to have the controller or the transmitter pointed directly at the craft to still have video. And the diversity receiver will actually switch between the two different modes for you. It detects which one is best and just chooses to use it. Lots of good advantage if you're using a diversity receiver like this. The antenna I put on the TS832 itself. These are my favorite antennas. They're the circular wireless SPW58s. They're quite expensive at like $30, $40 per antenna, but they are of high quality, I can tell you that. You can choose to use lesser quality antennas, and a lot of people get by with them. But in my opinion, if you want the best quality, if you want the best range, go for the circular wireless skew planner, as well as the circular wireless helical antenna for your receiver. So the final thing about this setup I want to mention is that you're not limited to just having a GoPro. When you add that power drop, you can add whatever video transmitter you want, and you can also change out the camera. Hobby King also makes a super slim Mobius connector, and as you can see, I fit the Mobius right into the GoPro style mount. No problem, adjustable and everything. So this is what you want if you want to use, if you want to really do FPV with the Chroma. You get a Mobius, it's nice and light, and it'll clip right on, and then you can just use these and plug them in. So lots of flexibility with this setup once you have it all up and running with TS832. So I guess that's about it. That's the end of the video. If you have any questions about this setup, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. Special thanks to my girlfriend who painted this gold chroma for me. Thank you very much, Crystal. This is awesome. It was painted with Krylon metallic gold and sealed with Krylon crystal clear, I believe, in case anyone's wondering. And these are the Aeronaut cam carbon props. I got another video on those if you want to check those out. They're excellent for stability. And that's about it.